Press coverage on the goal line is unforgiving. One wrong technique and it's 6 points. Let's look how this DB uses a quick jam and what could have gone wrong if this was a true slant. Here we got the DB lined up in press man on the goal line. Down here, you know those defensive coordinators are just going to run straight man to man. But the technique the DB chooses usually varies. Some go with a standard technique when it comes to press man. Some DBs overuse their feet, which I don't recommend because here timing is everything. And some DBs like this rep will use a quick jam as their technique. So what's a quick jam? Exactly what this DB did right here. Playing head up, some DBs take a slight shade inside. The goal is as soon as the receiver moves, fire your inside hand into the receiver's inside shoulder pad while flipping your hips 45 degrees towards the sideline. And you're probably asking, what's the purpose? Well, the purpose of this is to force the receiver outside because you're walling him off with your hand and your body. Now, as a DB, we would love receivers if they took the release that we give them. But of course, it's football and football isn't perfect. And receivers have a route that they have to run. And that route can put me or you as the DB in very tough spots. Now, this rep ended up being a whip route, but ask yourself, what if this was a true slant? Would this technique still hold up? That's where the detail matters. What saves you here are two things that the DB did. One, the initial strong hand, and two, efficient footwork at the line of scrimmage. Watch how Dig tries to sell the slant and go inside. Because of this DB's strong arm, he just couldn't chop it down and run free. Because of this hand slowed Diggs down. Now look at the DB's feet. Since his hips were already at a 45, his feet had to be perfect, and they were. His top foot step replaced his left foot. And in 2 steps, if this was a slant, this DB will be in position to make a play. So if it was a slant, this quick jam would have worked here. But remember, the technique has to match the situation. Hands disrupt, feet recover. If any of the two was sloppy here, using this technique, this DB is cooked.